Welcome everyone, Main Street Fire Rescue. We are in service and you guessed it, we're on the air. It's Matt reporting from Seaworld Orlando this early evening. It is early February. Today is opening day of Seven Seas Food Festival, and behind me we have a lot of progress on the Pipeline surf coaster. Driving in, I saw a sign that says Media Day. I'm wondering if they did not have a media event with all the vloggers for this and a construction tour, because from what I've seen from some of the other footage out there, Midway Mayhem and a few others, it's progressing along nicely. So we're going to take a look today and also check out previous Seven Seas, see what's new this year. I'm going to head on in. You ready? I'm ready. This is awesome. Look at this thing. You're gonna come right by the front entrance here. The last time I was here, it was still Christmas time, and this was not done yet. It was almost complete, but not quite. So yeah, this is really cool. I honestly cannot wait to take a ride on this thing. From what I understand, the train is no longer up front. The front car, everything's been loaded onto the track and the maintenance and storage barn over there. So probably in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I'm guessing we're going to start seeing some testing. So if this follows Icebreaker, which is an accelerated coaster as well, you're going to see it start at the station, and slowly they're going to probably roll it up, power it up nice and easy, so it'll get about right here, and then they'll roll it backwards and do that many times, and then probably make it about halfway up and then let it roll back, and then do a bunch of those tests, and then eventually power the whole thing on and then send it full speed. Hopefully it will be here for that. I'm going to try to keep an eye on things. That would be awesome. I would love to come and see the very first run of this thing. So you have to keep an eye on it. Not too bad getting in today either. We're going to talk about this a little bit more here in depth, but I'm just going to hit on this real quick. I'm going to caution you all, watch where you're buying your theme park tickets from. There's a lot of third-party sites, there's a lot of third-party areas that claim to get you SeaWorld, Universal, Legoland, even Disney tickets for very cheap. Be very careful about that. I cannot tell you how many times I've entered into this park, more specifically here. Yeah, I've seen it more here than any other place, and the tickets are not valid. Sadly, there's a lot of people scamming tourists out there. They set up these bogus ticket stands, and or even online. Make sure if you are buying a ticket online, it is from either a SeaWorld or it's from a travel agent that and it has tracking numbers. Because so many people get here and their tickets are junk, they're not good, and they've spent all that money for nothing. They've gotten scammed, basically. I've seen it happen at Universal, but like I said, I see it happen here more than any other park. So be very diligent in your theme park purchases. I would seriously stick to buying them from SeaWorld's website. People will put them on eBay, people will put them on Facebook, they will put them everywhere. And it's real easy to make a copy of a ticket that's already been used and say, oh, free ticket, or no, not free, but even for 25, 30 bucks or anything, and then people buy, oh, I'll go to SeaWorld for next to nothing, and then the ticket's no good. So do your homework. Don't buy cheap third-party tickets online. It's usually not a good thing. So buy it from SeaWorld. So the people that don't live here stick out like sore thumbs. Usually they're wearing t-shirts and shorts, and they're like, oh, it's still warm, and us Floridians are like, man, this is ridiculous, it's cold. So let's get started. We're gonna go over here toward the old festival pathway and see what we can find as far as progression on the Pipeline coaster. What's crazy though is, even though it's freezing cold right now, I know that in a short 4 or 5 months from now, we're gonna be sweating our asses off right now. So we'll take it while we got it. And here we are. There's our 2023 lineup. Started off right here, Seven Seas Food Festival. Today is opening day for that. Concerts this weekend. Be here Sunday for REO Speedwagon. We got Seven Seas straight into Electric Ocean, straight into craft beer, Hollow Scream, which has been a great hit. the Spooktacular for kids during the day, followed by my favorite event of the year, SeaWorld's Christmas celebration. I would say my top favorite events are this one, number one, followed by Seven Seas. I have yet to do Hollow Scream. We just haven't had the time to do it. So maybe this year we'll try to get it in. I've heard it's great. And then here we are. So this is the new roller coaster, high pipeline / high surf, the surf coaster. It's going to come right up here. This is the first element. And then this is the old festival pathway here. My guess is this is all going to connect, and then the entrance to the ride, you're going to walk down this way, or you can get to it from the other side from Bayside Stadium, which we'll check out also. But yes, for the first time in a very long time, SeaWorld will be a full circular park that you can walk. Because this used to only open during specific events. Back in the day, before the park shut down for COVID-19, this used to be the Seven Seas Food Festival walkway. Everything was back here. And so now that's changed. It's all throughout the park now, which I love. Oh, and the other event back there was Christmas Celebration. So I think it's going to return after this thing opens, maybe. We'll see. Let me get started. Here we are. We have our book in hand. I'm going to try to work through this as much as I can this year. Here's a quick little map of where all the food is. You can see how it works its way around the park. And then Pipeline, the surf coaster right there. I wonder though, like I said, is it going to return back to this area next year? Or later this year, along with the Christmas celebration. So I'm wondering if the media event is for Seven Seas or if it's for high surf pipeline. I don't know, I keep calling it high surf. Right here is where you can get your sampling options. So what you can do, this is actually a really good deal. So here's all your options. You can get a lanyard, and the first one is 15 items for 85 bucks, or 10 for 70. If you're a pass member, you can get one that's got 3 extras, which is really good. I'm not sure what the price is. I'll have to take a look, but yeah, this is a great deal if you want to sample your way around SeaWorld. And I still have not gotten used to this yet. This was an old walkway. You can see where the bench is. And this is how much rain we got today. It came down in sheets for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is what dropped our temperature. So yeah, it's used to cut through here and get down to the walkway. Can't do that anymore. So you can see that's where I was standing, just right up there. And this is the old pathway. This has got tables on now, but there's also scrim and fencing up. So I'm wondering if this isn't going to be reconnected somehow, some way right here, which will also lead us back to the pipeline coaster. These have stretched way out this time. And walking out onto one of the best vantage points beside the Sky Tower, here we are. Man, they've done a lot of work. I mean, they are, oh yeah, definitely gonna be a walkway there. You can see that, see the see the wooden pillars all along. I think those are new. I gotta be. But yes, you can see the silt fencing right in here. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be a pathway. They've cleared all that out. Just again, last time I was here, this was all brush. You couldn't even get through there. So yeah, going to be multiple ways to come into this. And again, I said this before. Later this year, during the Christmas festival celebration, with all of the trees in the water, this is going to be incredible to go by here with all these trees right here. It's going to be really cool. And I believe if you see these little white floats here hanging out in the water, like those little buoy markers there, that's where all the Christmas trees go. So they mark the sites for each year. So there's definitely a lot of trees. Got to talk loud so we don't get copyright struck. God darn it. Yeah, let's. So the other day when I saw a couple updates, there's actually concrete over here where the splashdown is going to be. So if you haven't noticed or seen the concept art or the POV that's been done, you're going to come across here and then swoop down, and right in this dip right here is going to create, there's going to be a water feature similar to Manta right here. It's going to go down right in there. It's going to come down and then water is going to splash up, similar to how Hulk does. But it's going to be, I think, it's going to be really cool looking. Looks like it's going to have some fountains, some really cool water spray features. I mean, look at all the building work being done. I mean, this thing's going to open up by April, I would say. I mean, they're definitely in a position of testing very shortly. I can't wait to watch this. This is going to be fun. It's going to be a great place to sit there and watch them test this thing. It literally seemed like not that long ago when I was walking over here. I wasn't living here yet, and the icebreaker was just being built. They were breaking ground on it. We were trying to figure out what the heck this thing was going to be. And then before that, I think it was 2018, right about there, I sat right where the corner is, where it swoops back into the final hill before the brake run. I sat down there in the grass and was doing some sampling of 7 Seas and watching the Eli Young band. Hard to believe that's been, what, 4 years ago now? It's crazy. No, 5 years. Oh my gosh. This is such a good ride. And then over here, this is the 7 Seas concert stage. So they're getting everything ready. Tomorrow night is, I forget, I gotta look who's tomorrow night. But then Sunday night, I will be here for that. This is REO Speedwagon. I have seen them at least 7 or 8 times by now. And they never disappoint. So I will be sure to be here for REO Speedwagon. So the other item I want to go see is over by Antarctica, Empire of the Penguin. There's a lot of rumors that they're going to build a new roller coaster over there, and they've already started work. So we're going to go check it out. Man, this is going to be copyright central. My goodness. So we're going to take a little walk, point out some booths, and work our way over towards Empire of the Penguin, way over that side. First one I came upon, Irish Market. We are right here by the Infinity Falls area. Some of this stuff looks pretty freaking good. Corned beef hash, Guinness beef stew, absolutely. Jameson bread pudding, yes please. Then you got Guinness draft, original Irish cider. Oh my gosh, that one right there. Heck yeah. But see, if you have your punch card, you can use it for any of this stuff. That's what I'm saying. This is a great deal because a couple of items at these prices, that adds up quick. So for basically 80 bucks, you know, that would realistically be less than 8 items. So, you know, if everything was around this price, and you know, so it's a good deal. Y'all, I know y'all come from out of town here. The wildlife here is very friendly because they're used to people. But I'm telling you, stay away from the damn wildlife. You're gonna spend your vacation in the ER getting rabies shots. You see people trying to pet a squirrel on me. Don't be freaking stupid. So clearly I'm not gonna get all of this 7 Seas in today. There is so much to see. I just passed the Asian food market. We are right next to Infinity Falls. You gotta have some kind of screw loose to be riding this today. This is the Brazilian market. This is always a favorite. This, let's see if they have it. Yeah, like a lot of these are brought back. This has been redone. This is a very popular stand. Tomorrow and Sunday, this thing will have a line like you wouldn't believe. And then each food booth is marked right here with a cart with all the items that represent what they use to cook with. So the other thing is, as I was walking around, I ran into a family from Michigan, very nice people, and he saw my jersey. I tell you what, the money, I spent like 30 some bucks on this thing. It gets attention everywhere it goes, because it's, I mean, who doesn't like the longest yard in Paul Crew, right? So yeah, he was talking about he has the Waterboy jersey, so I thought that was pretty cool. I told him, I said, if you don't know and got time to drive around, the Waterboy was filmed all around Orlando here. There's all kinds of locations, so if you're ever in Orlando, look it up. Take a little bit of a drive. You can go see all the locations that Waterboy was filmed at. So Seven Seas has got a lot more entertainment this year. There's another live stage. So when I worked here, we were just coming out of COVID-19, and I tell you, I gotta credit SeaWorld. They went ahead and had all their festivals when nobody else was, and it worked for them. It really did. They even had the concert series when nobody else was having concerts. Italian market, this is another good one. But yeah, you can see, you know, each one of these is roughly about 11 or 12 bucks. So makes that lanyard much more valuable. Every time I walk past and see the paramedics here pushing the wheelchairs with the medical kits and stuff, it reminds me of working here. I used to love that. I used to love walking this park. I had walked, oh my gosh, there were days I would walk close to 25,000+ steps. I would always, some people like to sit at the first aid station. Me, I was always on the roll, or on the roam. I was always walking around. So we have arrived to Antarctica, the bottom of the world. First off, I'm going to show you the ride we're talking about. If you haven't been to SeaWorld yet, or it's been a long time, this area housed one of the first ever attractions of its kind. It was called Antarctica Empire of the Penguin. And it was the first and only trackless type dark ride in the world when it first opened. It opened, I believe, in 2013. I'm gonna have to look back on that. But what's really cool from the air, this whole area is made to look like broken ice and like you're walking through Antarctica. You gotta go from ice shelf to ice shelf. So you used to enter in right here, and what you would do is you would go into a small pre-show that would walk you through the adventures of Puck the Penguin. And you could choose mild or wild. Mild side was just kind of general easy. It'd slide around on these, again, trackless vehicles. The wild side, it would tilt and rock and spin around a lot more. It was really fun. And it interacted with some screens. It gave you like a 3/4D look. Very, very impressive ride for its time when it came out. Like I said, it had never been done before. Nobody had ever opened a trackless dark ride like that. So this was groundbreaking. And this was a huge area when it reopened. This was a gigantic expansion that SeaWorld had done. I did ride this ride multiple times before it closed. Sad part is this ride shut down during the big shutdown, right? And like always, you know, these rides, to be trackless, they have to be battery powered. Well, we've learned that one, the company that built this is no longer in business, and two, the batteries that power these vehicles went out of service because they're not meant to be sitting for months at a time not moving. They have to constantly be moving around and then docked and charging. Well, when they powered the ride down for the big shutdown, the batteries lost all their charge. It wrecked them, and wrecked them, damn near killed them. So the batteries were destroyed, and they were unable to power the ride back on. So it sat, and it was used 2 years in a row, I believe, for Hollow Scream House. And from what I understand now, they're reimagining the ride, and they're going to tear out the part with the trackless ride, and then they're going to put in an indoor straddle coaster. From what I, again, this is all rumor right now. None of this is confirmed yet. But from what I understand is they're going to build a straddle coaster, which is a family-style roller coaster that makes you feel like you're riding a snowmobile or a wave runner. I was trying to see if they had a Empire of the Penguin. And I will tell you one thing, this queue line is gigantic. You can see it enters in way back there, but it goes all along here, back through here even. When this thing opened up on day one, it had a 5.5 hour wait. It was really impressive. People waited hours upon hours to ride this thing. Because again, you couldn't find it anywhere else. This was literally a one of a kind. Now, this has been recreated many times, like Star Wars Rise of the Resistance has trackless vehicles now. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway's trackless. Lots and lots of trackless. But this was the pioneer ride that started a lot of that stuff. Kind of a little piece of neat history here at SeaWorld. So what we're doing is we're entering out of Antarctica. This is rumored to be a brand new roller coaster coming next year. You can see how they got this all walled off right here. And somewhere are survey markers that I'm going to take a look for. Usually they're right around here, but if you look over the top, this is a lot of extended queue back here. You can see where this sucker went. I mean, there's pathway back there. There's more pathway. People waited a long time for this. This extended queue came all the way back this way, all the way back here. I think there's some props right there that went along with the ride. But yes, this was all extended queue back here. Again, it would be nothing for the wait times to get up to 3.5, 4, or 5 hour wait for this sucker. And then here we have some more scrim and fencing up. It looks like they're doing some work back here. Yeah, you can see through the fencing, the pathway. So I would expect probably going to be some work starting relatively soon on this. Would be my guess. And then right here, you can see through the scrim, the pathway exited out right here. But you could also link the chain around and then swoop the people around this way. So if you think about where the entrance was, way back over there, I'm at the farthest reach of the queue line. Again, this could hold up several hours of people. The rumor I've heard, okay, is that they're going to use this building that houses the trackless ride as part of an indoor/outdoor roller coaster, being a straddle coaster. They have them at SeaWorld San Diego, and they have one at San Antonio. They're building one at Busch Gardens Williamsburg as well. So 2 under construction this year at Williamsburg and over in San Diego. This would be another one. SeaWorld's really doing well with those, so it wouldn't surprise me to see one heading this direction. And it's one of those where a lot of families can ride. It's a great ride. So what I think is going to happen, looking at plans, is that you're going to board inside, and then some of it will be inside, and it probably will come out of the building over here, somewhere in this area, shoot down this way, go under. It's like some people have it mapped out of traveling around here, going underneath Kraken, out over the water over there, doing some loop arounds, and then shooting back this way, back into the building where it would finish up inside the building, back by the penguin exhibit, similar to how the old ride did. If that truly is the case, it's going to be an incredible ride. But I would say this work should well be underway by the time pipeline opens up. But I would say they're going to start clearing all of this out here pretty soon. But yeah, you can see all the old queue line right through here. Gigantic. And I'm over here by Pacific Point Preserve too, right over this way. So again, question is, right here and right here, could this be the exit and entryway back into the building? Not sure. We'll find out though in due time. Because I would say they're probably going to start, if they're going to make a ride announcement, it's usually right around March or April. We're going to go back into the bottom of the world. So here you can see, this is all queue line again. One thing I always felt bad though is when I worked here as a medic, this queue line would be full. Now again, after park reopening, this ride didn't function, but people got in line and it was only for a penguin exhibit. And you would see the wait time be like 55, 65 plus minutes. And I wanted to tell people, there were times when it got really long, I'd walk right along here as people would be lined up through here, like here, and here. And I'd walk right along this pathway going, y'all do realize this is just an exhibit. There's no ride in here, right? Some were like, oh yeah, we know. Others like, there's no ride? So, I'm like, I just felt bad. I don't want people wait an hour when there's no ride. There's just an exhibit. So we're going to go in and check out that exhibit. It said, pardon our bubbles, future enhancements in progress. So we're going to go through the penguin exhibit right now, so you can all see kind of what this was like. My guess is, okay, we're going to actually go through the back way. This is actually the exit. The entrance I just walked past. Just got a fist bump from one of the team members on the jersey. So this is the entrance right here, okay? This again used to be the exit. I think this is a dual purpose. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So this whole thing is closed off. All right, everybody. So I'm going to kind of orient you if you've never been in here. Right here, this used to be a gigantic revolving door which opened up to the penguin exhibit. So you used to enter in on the main entrance. Again, when the ride was working, this is where you would come out, right through here, right through these revolving glass doors. The exhibit's on the other side. I'm actually going to show you a little bit of it. But yeah, they must be must be doing construction now and have started work, because this is all of this is walled off. You normally can see into the exhibit up there too. So we're going to do the best we can. Let's take a look down here and over on this side. It is very chilly in here. And then over all these nice people here is the actual penguin exhibit. So the normal exhibit is actually gigantic. You can pretty much walk right up to these things. In fact, there's actually signs that tell you don't pick them up out of the water. It's dumb that they even have to have that, but people try it. And every now and then one of them would jump out of the glass was actually, like if this is the edge of the tank, the glass is actually at a 45-degree angle this way. So they can't, but every now and then one of them comes flying up and they jump out onto the ground. They have to pick it back up and throw it in there. But these suckers, these penguins are cute. The way they fly around the water. So yeah, we can't see all the way in there, but this opens all the way up back this way. Like I said, you can, when this reopens, I'm guessing you're going to be able to get right up close and personal with these penguins again, because this is a really impressive exhibit. And also the behind the scenes on this is really incredible. I believe they take you right to the edges of the inside here, so you really get an up close view of these penguins. One thing I want to tell you though, if you're here especially on weekends and this Empire, the penguin exhibit has a long wait, keep in mind this is all you're going to see is right here, and then this underwater viewing area down here. That whole area you used to walk through is all closed off now. So if it shows a long wait, just keep in mind this is about all you're going to see of the above surface of the penguins. So my guess is once this project is done, this will reopen here and it'll pick back up to how it used to be. So probably about a year or so would be my guess. And we're going to go back out the way we came in. So as we come out of Antarctica, we come into the Kraken and Journey to Atlantis area. This is brand new too, Seahorse Hoops. They actually redid this. This is a lot nicer. They took it from over by Kraken and moved it and updated it. This would be a cold ride today. Very cold ride. Not so much that one, but the smaller splash over there would be extremely cold. So as I walk around Journey to Atlantis here, I think I might be wrong. I thought for sure that after Pipeline was done, that the area we're going to walk to is going to be the next one to be developed. I really, really did. And that is this walkway right down through here past Dolphin Stadium. This is kind of like a forgotten part of the park back here. But if you're looking for a great place to cool off in summertime and just get away from crowds, back here is it. I have another vlog that I'm getting ready to upload of a trip that I did back near Christmas. And I walked back here and I said, I'm almost certain that once the pipeline opens up, this is going to be the next area to get redone. Because it really is, it's a huge plot of land back here. The only thing you have to watch out for is this is Dolphin Stadium back behind me and all of the training pools for the Dolphins. But this is all brush. This round building is the old Turtle Trek building. I'm hoping that they redo that because it was really cool. It was a 3D type of adventure in a giant dome theater. And actually, you can actually see the steps there. You enter into this thing way down below, and then this would be the top part of it right here. But they used to have writing on there. So when I first came here, this looked just like it did. And then a couple years after that, they wrote Turtle Trek and everything else on there. And then I believe they had arrows going this way to get you to the other attractions. But yes, this used to be Turtle Trek. Don't think it is anymore because even the entrance is gone. It is now, however, a sea turtle exhibit. And they've actually done a really neat job here. They've turned this into the Seaworld Rescue Center, which I think is really cool. Well, I'll show you again where the Turtle Trek used to start. So now, if you want to see the underground viewing of the sea turtles, you enter in this way, which is the old exit. And then the exit is actually this way, which is the old entrance. So you can see right here, this was the old entrance to Turtle Trek. You can see where the concrete actually changes right here. And then there's pathway back through the bushes here. There used to be a giant wave right over here, and they had the wait time here, and it said Turtle Trek. It was very cool. And then this was the walk-in pathway, and again, this would get to be a pretty lengthy wait during holidays, especially, and busy weekends. People would wait a long time for this. It was different. It was very unique. This was part of a huge expansion that SeaWorld did years ago. I think this was added either at or around the time when Empire of the Penguin came in. So this is the dolphin pool. This is actually pretty neat. This is the dolphins are doing what they call beaching themselves. It's how they hunt, actually. They will push fish up onto the shore like that, and then they'll actually beach themselves and then grab the fish and then go back in the water. They can also do it like that one's definitely getting a good back scratch and a stretch. I'm on the upper viewing area of the dolphin tank too. We used to have these, I don't think these are them, but down around Kiowa, where I used to live near Charleston, I used to go visit Kiowa Island often, and there were signs that say, be on the lookout for stranding dolphins. And what they would do, like I said earlier, they'd push all the fish up on shore, they'd herd them all up, and then they'd beach themselves like that, and then grab the fish and then get back in the water. It's pretty neat to be able to see this. And from working here, one of the things I learned is this is their pool to play, explore, and take a break. So what they do is the ones that are in the show and the ones that are here, they kind of rotate them around. So when they bring them over here, this is their time just to relax. And then they also have another pool, the dolphin nursery. That's where if they really, really need a break from everything, and they just put them over there. So there's many different places they can put these dolphins, which is really cool. Yeah, this is neat to see. I've never seen that. And the other thing that used to be cool is way over where those people are standing down there, you can see there was a ledge that goes all the way around this tank. Back not that long ago, you used to be able to walk right up to the tank, and the dolphins would do that on this ledge, and you could pet them. There was always a trainer there to keep an eye out for people, but you could always pet the dolphins free of charge. Well, as you may know, like everything else goes these days, people didn't pay attention. There were signs, and including the trainers would tell people, take off your jewelry, don't dangle anything over the water. I mean, just over and over again, and people did not listen. It is unbelievable how people do not listen to simple instructions. It's a high risk because dolphins love shiny things. And they don't want anybody to get hurt by accident. The dolphins, you know, think you're playing or they're playing, so somebody get hurt. So they constantly remind people that, and don't hold your kids over. I mean, the stuff you used to see standing here and listen to the trainer yell at people all day, this rope system came in about, I think it was 2018 is when they did that. So now the only way you can get close to the dolphins to pet them on the ledge is if you buy the specific dolphin tour. So, yeah, good times ruined by people that don't pay attention. So this is one of SeaWorld's games here. I'm going to see all these characters pretty soon, just down the road. Super Nintendo Land on the way. Tell you what, if you didn't mind being a little chilly, it's a great coaster riding day. 5 minutes for just about everything. As we head back toward the front, I have to stop by and say hi to Mom's flamingos. They are very lively today. Love these guys. There's the babies. They're actually growing up pretty quick. But yeah, you can tell because they're still somewhat white. They're getting their pink slowly. But they turn pink because of the brine and the shrimp they eat. But when they are born, they are white. Manta flying by. It's such a good ride. So one of the features they're working on where the pipeline surf coaster is, it's going to be similar to this. Except where Manta flies down right next to the water, where it dips down sideways and kicks the water this way, pipeline's going to come down like this, go right above the surface of the water, and water is going to kick out to either side, and then it looks like there's going to be fountains that are going to chase the train as it goes through. I think it's going to be very cool. Just from what I've seen on the animation, it looks amazing. So I'm waiting for Manta to come by again. Thought I'd check the weather out. It's going to be pretty interesting the next couple days. So tomorrow, yeah, we are, where are we at? 59. Yeah, it was in the upper 70s this morning early. A lot of heavy winds out on the ocean because of the front that came through. Yeah, it's going to be cold tonight. And then this weekend, it looks like Saturday, there's going to be numerous thunderstorms. So as we heat back up, it'll storm again. It's going to kind of be all over the place next couple days. It's a quiet train, my goodness. Well, it's a good time at SeaWorld. It's kind of a quick trip, but it is dark, overcast, and kind of nasty out tonight. So I'm gonna go home and regroup and take a little break. Been working a lot this week, lots of OT. Got to see a little construction of pipeline, which is actually right over my shoulder here. I can't wait for that. Get some great sight lines too around this park, and you know, took a look at a few Seven Seas booths, and just did a walk around and pointed some things out. Again, and went over the Empire of the Penguin future construction as it begins. I couldn't find that survey marker. I know there is one around, or a couple of them, but I was just kind of, I was losing patience and really didn't look as closely as I probably could have, but I'll find them. I'll find them for sure. We'll be back again to do some more updates and keep an eye on that area. And again, I'm going to keep checking out pipeline because it should be testing in the next couple of weeks. I can't wait. So we will see you all again very shortly. Enjoy your weekend. Main Street Fire Rescue out of service. I'll see you all on the next vlog. And remember, make today your best one yet. I'll see you. You can see as we walk out of the park exit, like, this is going to be great. People are going to be standing or coming in line, or be in line ready to come through the gates, and that thing's going to come zipping by them at 60 plus miles an hour with people standing up, no less. It's going to be pretty cool. The entrance to SeaWorld is really beautiful, especially with these wave pools right here. I parked up close today. I plan on doing a vlog eventually, but right over there, that tower building, that's the DoubleTree Hotel. My wife and I, that was our home away from home before we moved here. We stayed there pretty much every time. And there's 10,000 steps, yo. Just like that. But I really want to go in there and do some filming. Maybe possibly even do a stay there. That is one of the neatest hotels to stay at, because you are literally you're in the middle of everything. You can actually walk. It's a lengthy walk, but you can walk right here to SeaWorld, and it's right in the middle of Universal and Disney World. It's a perfect location. I love it. It's very nice, very clean, doesn't charge an insane amount of money. Just perfect.